And Justin, and me is Joe the Widget Wilson. I am joined by Justin Blotecki, my fellow host on this adventure through nerdom and everything that is awesome in this world. If you're not a nerd, you are missing out on the fun of life. Just saying.
I thought you were you, not a me. Or am I you and you me?
Depends on your context and your point of view.
Or are you and I?
That could be disturbing. Again, how you look at it. All right, we don't have a guest today. This is the first episode since episode 1 that Justin and I have been just Justin and I on the show. We started a new format because Justin got a new job, which we'll talk about later.
Yep.
And we had so much come up the last couple of weeks that every time we wanted to record, something came up and we just couldn't do it. We were going to record on Sunday. Something came up. Couldn't do it. It has been nonstop. So, due to the fact that Justin has a new work schedule, we have to now record Wednesdays at noon. So that's when we're going to be going live and recording the show.
Yep.
But no worries, we are continuing the podcast. That is not a question. We will be doing this every week as much as we can. Hopefully we don't have any more of those, the last 2 weeks that went crazy where I got the flu and, well, just pretty much everything got in the way.
You got the flu, work got in the way, pipes froze.
Yep, no
We
water.
almost didn't have the show today because I didn't have power when I woke up.
It's like this world doesn't want nerding out to occur. We are making it happen. Watch, you'll lose power right when we get started with all the fun stuff. So, our week in nerdom. Yeah,
Or past few weeks in nerdom.
our past few weeks, you could say, yeah. Mine has been just nothing but work.
Yeah, that's kind of boring.
I have been working on Utheros, the MMORPG I'm a designer on, nonstop. In fact, Justin, last weekend, I worked a 24-hour straight shift.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was hard. I got a 2-hour break when my coworker relieved me. 2-hour break, which I used to sleep. And thank God I discovered Java Monsters. That taste amazing. I thought they were going to taste like total crap, like everything else Monster energy drink. No, Java
Yeah.
Monsters actually tastes really good and hotwire the crap out of me.
I don't know much about energy drinks.
I'm a
Can't
regular
have 'em.
Mountain Dew drinker, Justin. Like, you know that, and
Yep.
I'm like caffeine immune. But that stuff, it hit me. I had a caffeine rush like crazy. It kept me up all night.
You should try doing a full shot of Cuban coffee.
I would love to.
That will keep you going probably for 2 days.
Yeah, I can't really talk about Utheros still. We're still tight NDA. All I can say is it's an MMORPG based in a steampunk fantasy environment, and it's got some really cool elements. There are no classes in the game. There's a lot of races. I can't say which ones or anything like that, but there's a lot of them in there. So you got a lot of races to choose from. And it's an extremely huge world.
If you know how to dig on the website, you can figure out the races.
Yeah, yeah. But the let me see here. I'm trying to think about what I can and can't talk about. The world size is, let's just say that World of Warcraft is nothing. Absolutely nothing compared to one continent of this game.
That's a big game.
Yeah, it's huge. But there's reasons for that. It has to be. Okay. If you're curious about it, you go to Utheros.com. The website still is being updated a lot. It still has a really bad video on it, which we're getting new videos made so you can see the game what it is now. And we're pushing towards beta. And I'll let people know when we hit that point so you can play it. Yeah, and I got to do a lot of work. Like after the show today, I got to work all day, all night.
So do I.
Yeah.
But yours sounds like it would be more fun than what mine is.
Not right now.
Eh.
Right now, we're in very monotonous work, but it's work that has to be done.
Still probably be more fun.
It is. It's entertaining. I'm a game designer. Come on. I
That's
make
why it'd
video
be more
games.
fun. Has to be more fun than my job. Mine's just simple blue-collar stupid work. Anyone that knows anything about how a computer functions can do my work.
All right, man. So, gaming. Did a lot of gaming. We had some downtime with Utheros for about 4 days, and I gamed the crap up. And I had my kids for a week, which was awesome. I had them all last week. But the bad part about that is not last Sunday, but the Sunday before that, when I had my kids, that I got them Friday on the 20. What was it? I want to say Friday the 12th, and they went home on the 19th. I haven't had my kids for a full week in forever.
Yep.
I'm going through a divorce and all that good stuff, so it's been a nightmare. But that Sunday, on the 14th, 2 days after they got here, the pipes froze. The whole water main froze solid because it got to minus 15 overnight, which is ridiculously freaking cold. If you've never experienced that kind of weather, don't.
It's not fun.
No. You can go into a walk-in freezer and it's warm compared to that. And it was frozen for 3 days. So we had no water for 3 days. Then they finally got a plumber out here, and he showed me that the pipes actually burst in 3 spots. It was
Because for
nuts.
those of you who don't know, water expands as it freezes.
Right? You think? And the thing is like, I had the water running in the kitchen sink, because that's how you avoid freezing. Because water,
Yeah.
it still
You
froze.
Yeah, you leave a drip of warm water moving through.
It still froze. I had the warm and cold water moving through, and it still froze. That's how cold it got. That was a very fun week, nonetheless, but I'm glad that weather is over. I went and saw Star Wars again last night. My friend Gene's birthday was last night, and he hadn't seen it yet. And this is I think one of the last weeks they're going to actually have it in theaters.
Yeah, probably.
Well, it's been in theaters for months.
Yep.
3 months. He was like a little kid. My friend Gene is in his 60s. And he was like a kid when he saw that movie. I think he turned 61 yesterday. Yeah. Anyway, it was funny. And it was one of the best birthdays he ever had in a long time. He was ecstatic, and I'm really glad I got to do that with him. And I got to see Star Wars again, which is awesome. And then watching a Star Wars nut, watching Episode 7 for the first time, was fun.
Yep.
I
Star Wars
was-
is a great movie. Yeah, I really loved seeing it. I wanted to see it again at the IMAX, but it's already out there.
Justin, remember when we saw that article that we were gonna put on the show but never got to it regarding Vader and the main bad guy in Episode 7?
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at him last night and looking at the scars and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
They do match up.
Yeah.
If you look at the burnt mask and his face, they match up. It's weird.
Yeah, but the mask was burnt because it was on a fire.
I know. I'm just saying, it's just weird. I don't really think it is him, but I think
No.
it is somebody in the Star Wars universe that is known already.
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe one of the Sith?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
What are your thoughts on it? Come on, enlighten me.
I'm just. It might be someone that we already know, but they tend to drag people we don't really already know into it. Especially when the old order's dead. It essentially died. The Sith are no more. Technically, the Jedi aren't really anymore. The Order doesn't really exist. I'm not really sure who it would be. I still like the idea that it's possibly Jar Jar Binks, but that's just a funny theory.
No, that's just no way. Doesn't even match up. Not even the same species of person. That's stupid. Oh, you know what I would love to see though? Episode 8, they blow up Jar Jar's planet.
Naboo.
Yeah, or they get a race of dark Jedis from them that they get to kill for practice. They're going to have to do something like that. They're going to have some we're killing Jar Jar style euphemism somewhere in the movie just to make the fans happy.
He's probably dead because he was probably still the counselor or whatever for his race. And
Yeah, he's probably dead, but there's got to be some ritual, not actual killing of him, but symbolization, symbology of it.
Well, they blew up the capital city planet, so I mean
That's not his planet, though.
chances are he was on it though.
That doesn't matter. We didn't get to see it happen. There's this one point where they zoom in on a bunch of people in the capital city as they're getting killed. If they would have had Jar Jar there, then that would have been awesome. Oh no! Boom. Worst mistake
Yeah.
in Star Wars history.
He provided a comic relief since C-3PO wasn't there, so I understand why he was there. It just doesn't make him a good character still.
They executed it poorly. So poorly. I never laughed once at anything he did. I just wanted him out of the scene.
Next scene. Oh, there's Jar Jar. Next scene.
Hey, Jar Jar's not in this scene? Yes, this is the best scene in the movie. All right. I was looking at Star Wars last night, thinking there's not much I don't like about this movie.
Yep. It was really well done.
Normally, I'm one of those guys that likes to tell you about things I don't like about certain things, but not that one. All right, man. I'm gonna get into gaming. Been playing a lot of Diablo 3 with my
Figured that.
brother, my son, and my buddy Mike on my PlayStation 4. To the point where I now have 3 level 70 characters. I have my sorcerer, which is epic, overpowered, awesome. My crusader, which is almost as epic, overpowered, awesome. And my very weak demon hunter.
Which is very underpowered, awesome.
Yeah, well, my mage, I got so lucky with him on drops. It wasn't even funny. One of the very first things I got after 70, during my first rift, is I got an ancient legendary sigil. So offhand. Ancient legendaries are some of the best items in the game, by far, and by far the most rare. And other than ancient legendary sets. And this sigil, I have an R2 ability I call the Beam of Death. It's basically a beam I shoot out that wipes out everything. Well, I've got other spells, obviously, that have a massive cooldown, that take a lot of mana to use, but do a lot of damage. Well, what the sigil does is when I'm casting my beam, it automatically casts those other spells for free. All the time. So I have, excuse the term, I have a storm of explosions and everything just by pressing one button. And wiping the floor with everything. But my character now has almost complete ancient legendary everything on him. And the powers that he has are some of the best in slot everywhere. And I can solo Torment 5 difficulty easily. I'm going to solo Torment 6 at some point today. and probably go up higher than that. It's just he's overpowered. Now, mind you, if he gets touched, I'm dead. I mean, they can just like put their pinky on me and they can kill me, but they can't get to me. I wipe them out too fast.
You're that glass cannon.
No, I'm that glass nuke that freezes them in place. My Crusader's pretty awesome. Can take a massive hit, massive amount of hits. He's the exact opposite of my Sorcerer. He can take a lot of hits, but he can't kill them near as fast. But I'm starting to get him geared up where he's getting some really cool effects that make him getting pretty powerful. I don't have, but the thing is with him, I only have one piece of Ancient Legendary that is pretty much crap. That's it. So, and after you hit level 7, you start unlocking Paragon levels. New area you can put points into. I hit level 115 Paragon. So, I've been playing the game a little bit.
Nice.
I like the game now, but I am starting to get bored with it.
You like it now?
Yeah, I hated it when it first came out.
Yeah, I dabbled with it. I didn't really ever get into the Diablo series, so
Not a big fan.
no, never really tripped my trigger.
The dungeon crawler loot happiness.
Yeah, no.
That's all it is lootness. That's all it's about is loot. There's
I
not
know.
much else to the game. That's one thing that Blizzard did well in the past was the carrot on the stick.
Yep.
And Diablo is the epitome of that. It's just simply a carrot on a stick. Been playing a lot of World of Warships. Enjoying the crap out of that game again. And starting to get pretty good again. I was terrible when I started playing it again. Now I'm starting to really do some good games. I had a game on my Cleveland the other night that was 208. Let me see. 207 target hits. An incapacitation. Three destroyed, and 4 hits the Citadel.
Nice.
And I was a tier 6, and the match was tier 7s and 8s. And I had that kind of game.
Nice.
But yeah, if you guys haven't played World of Warships, do it. It's fun. And they have teams in game now. I'm trying to start a team. They need people who can play. My bad luck in Hearthstone, Justin, got me
Still
to the breaking
continues?
point. Yeah, well, it's almost got me to the breaking point where I'm going to quit the game.
Well, we hopefully have Elder Scrolls Legends coming out soon.
Hopefully. Don't know when.
Hopefully they'll announce something soon.
Hopefully. Probably not until PAX East, which
Yeah,
is in
probably
April. But Hearthstone announced, like, they had a bunch of big announcements. They have new play modes coming in the game,
Yes.
and they announced another expansion,
Yes.
which is coming in March, probably. They said spring. So, I mean, that's all fine and dandy, but my luck in that game hasn't changed to the point... Well, I had 3 days of really good luck in the game, and I made great progress, was kicking everyone's butt. But then it went... I played my son, and suddenly it went back to terrible. I mean, beyond terrible. I'm to the point, again, where if you look at my decks, and you can imagine what the worst scenario is, it's going to happen. It's guaranteed to happen with me. It's unreal. And it made me so mad last time I almost quit. I almost uninstalled the stupid game. I haven't played it in 3 days, just to cool down. And I have almost every card in the game, and I cannot win. Because my luck is so goddamn terrible. I'm going to talk about Showbox, Justin.
Okay.
Showbox is an app for Android. It's a streaming app that's not exactly legal. In the stricter sense of the word. Can you install it for free? Not get in trouble for using it? Yes, you can. You cannot get in trouble for using it. Showbox is a streaming service app, that basically allows you to stream movies and TV shows, and movies that are still in theaters at a pretty decent quality most of the time. Actually, really good quality most of the time. Now, if you want to get this on your PC, which I use it all the time on my PC, you got to install an app or a program called BlueStacks. BlueStacks is an Android emulator for PC. Probably one of the better ones out there. And then from within Showbox, or BlueStacks, you can go into the search and actually type in Showbox and then download it and use it. It's that easy. Really is. And it works really well. That's how I watch a lot of my movies, TV shows, because I don't have cable or anything. That Netflix and that are my two go-tos. However, I had this thing where I really wanted to watch Home Improvement, and I couldn't find it on anything. Finally, I found a free streaming service online that shows Home Improvement, all episodes. So I've been watching that again. And it's so funny. And I've also been watching MacGyver, so I think I'm stuck on this like old TV show series for nostalgia.
Okay.
Come on, MacGyver is awesome.
Eh.
The guy can do anything with anything, man. Even though it's highly unrealistic and would never happen in real life.
That makes no sense.
He's awesome.
I'm going to start this car with a rubber band and a paper clip.
And a soda pop. I'm going to burp into the exhaust and watch it how it happens next. Oh, come on. He's classic, but I noticed that almost everything he does includes duct tape.
Well, yeah, because if you can't fix it, duck it.
He's like the poster boy for duct tape,
Duct tape fixes all.
right? All right. Well, I'll go ahead and stop with my stuff there. We've had like 2.5, 3 weeks that we haven't been talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Justin, what's up with you, man?
I saw Deadpool opening weekend. It was really, really good.
Yeah, what'd you
Really,
like about
really
it?
funny.
Was it just funny, or
Really, some decent action sequences, as expected, and just some really good one-liner jokes and stuff throughout the whole movie. It's good. See it. If you haven't seen it yet, go see it.
do it now?
I'm actually surprised Jesse hasn't taken you out to see it yet.
Oh yeah, we talked about that, didn't we? I haven't really talked to Jesse in maybe a week or two, and he lives right above me,
That's like, and he lives like what, across the hall from you or something like that.
just right above me.
Should
Right
bang
upstairs.
on the floor with a broom, go.
I've done that sometimes just to mess with him. He'll be in his computer room, like voice acting or whatever, being super loud, and I'm making dinner. I'll just go boom, 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 just to mess with him.
As we stated earlier, I also started a new job. I'm working for a retail technology group. What I do there is I repair and clean broken point-of-sale systems. So when you're at the register and stuff at like Steak and Shake or Denny's or anything like that, or a few other restaurants, Denny's and Steak and Shake are the machines I see the most. Chances are I know the people who worked on that machine. And it kind of makes me not want to eat at Denny's or Steak and Shake because I see what the machines look like and I'm going to these people handle my food.
Yeah, right?
But that's a yeah.
That sounds like a fun job.
Yeah, isn't it? I've come home with a few scrapes and bruises, obviously, from computer parts.
Now that happens. Oh, you poor war wounded.
Yeah. I've bled for the machines, man. They've
True
tasted
nerd.
blood now.
True nerd. That's it, Justin Blood. That's it. You're done. Quit. Run.
And it came out green and gold, too. So, you know, it's that Packer blood, too. I also started playing Blade and Soul. I've had a few of my a few of my other friends started playing it, and I wanted to give it a shot. It's a free-to-play MMO. They did an anime of it last year. It's okay, not great.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
It's one that I'll play every so often, but it's not I'm gonna like, sink a bunch of time into or any money in it at all.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of League of Legends.
You poor guy.
I was on a team prior to me starting this job that was in a semi-professional tournament setting. It's on Compete League. The team was Flash on D, but I'm no longer on the active roster. I'm a sub if they happen to move the days to like weekends or something for the matches instead of Monday evenings, which don't really work because I am at work.
Poor guy. Oh, Justin, I went to a LAN party again last weekend. On Saturday.
How was that?
That was a freaking blast. I played Team Fortress 2, of course, Quake 3 because I was there.
Never been a big Team Fortress fan.
I wasn't either, but playing with all my friends like that in the same room together on a private server was fun. I took out the rocket launcher guy and was wiping the floor with people. And the sniper. Oh, when I got a hold of the sniper, it was toast. We even did a game I have never played before until now. A game that you would like. And I'm trying to look it up right now because I don't remember the name. But we also played a lot of Rocket League.
Not surprising there.
And apparently I'm really good because I was the best of the group by far. Oh, Age of Empires 2.
Oh, yeah, I've played that before. I have
Well,
it.
I know you have.
I have it. I own it.
I do too now.
It's a great game.
No.
Yeah, it is. It's a
I had the
great
biggest army though, and first time I ever played it. I had no idea what I was doing. I was fumbling through it and somehow pulled it off.
Age of Empires 2 is a great game. It's a classic game.
But yeah, and it made me want to play Rocket League again with you. It did. It really, really did. That was the whole point of the story, by the way.
Okay.
Justin, we got to play Rocket League again.
We also got to start playing Gigantic. I mean, beta is now NDA free
True.
and 24/7.
True. But there's a problem. The team at Gigantic still hasn't gotten my beta straightened out yet. What's up, dudes? There was an error, and now that my beta is not active, and they've told me that several times we're getting it fixed. We're sorry, Joe. Nope, nothing yet, guys. Come on, get with the program. Can't play your game if I don't have the beta access, like I've had since for over a year now. Well, about a year now. Anyway, yeah, you were saying?
Yeah. So we can actually stream it now.
Fair enough.
Stream Gigantic. Yay.
All right, let's get into some fun stuff. Unless you have anything else you want to talk about.
No. That's pretty much what I've been doing.
You have a very interesting life.
Don't I?
Yeah.
Work, see a movie, play video games.
Really quick, we're going to get some video game stuff. Steam has launched a free program to see if your PC is up to VR needs. What's this about, Justin?
Yeah, Steam released a new program called Steam VR Performance Test. What it is a little free program to see if it works with the Vine or whatever Steam's VR, HTC's VR thing is that they have tied it.
Mhm.
And it will also test pretty much the baseline for all other ones as well,
Like
supposedly.
Oculus?
Like Oculus, but it may not quite be up to those standards because I think Oculus is a little bit better than everything else.
Better than most of them except for Sony's.
Yes, but Sony's will only be on the PlayStation. So
Yeah.
that one, if you have a PS4, you're good. You don't have to worry about testing.
Yeah, right.
But this just runs a simple little program. I just finished installing it before we started the show, so I haven't ran it yet. I don't figure I'll meet the test, but I just want to see what it'll tell me I need to upgrade on my computer for it to be of specs for it.
The VR revolution is happening, Justin.
Yes, it is.
We got to be ready
There-
for
there-
it.
there's also another little thing that I'm excited about, but I'm sad I can't do it.
What's that?
There's a little IBM sponsored event in Japan for Sword Art Online.
Oh, jeez. Yeah?
And they're for a few people between the dates of March 18th through the 20th. They're scanning people's bodies and putting them into a VR into Sword Art Online and putting them through the Oculus and stuff and on them play. Yeah, I wish I was in Japan. I wish I was in Tokyo.
Justin would go nuts.
I like Sword Art Online. Damn it, it's good.
My kids really like it too.
I hate the English dubbed version of it, but that's okay. I hate the voices for them. I hate the voice actors they picked for them.
Fair enough. Bethesda finally has broken their silence, and they unveiled the plans and some bits of information about the new Fallout 4 expansions.
Yeah.
Now, the season pack, Justin brought up to me, is $20 right now or $30?
$30 right now.
right
It's
now.
$29.99 till March 1st, and then it'll jump up to $49.99.
So you have 4 days. 5
Yes.
days. 5 days to get the Fallout 4 season pass for cheap, or you're going to have to pay for everything more expensively. So get it now.
Yes.
The first expansion is titled The Automatron, and it features a pretty BA plot, apparently, that finds you hunting down giant robots released into the Commonwealth by the Mechanist. The Robo Brain is the alpha of the group, and the goal behind this mission is to hunt them all down, harvest their parts, and eventually build your own robotic companion.
That would be cool.
This one's supposed to launch on all 3 platforms in March.
Yes.
They're coming up really quick. I like Bethesda's new way of doing things. Announce it, release it.
Yep.
Pretty much. No teasing out for
Nope.
multiple months. Here
Or
it
years
is.
even.
Here it's going to be. Have fun.
The only one they've kind of teased was Doom, but
Yeah.
that was at E3, and that was kind of thought that they were going to recreate it anyways, because everyone knew they bought the IP for it.
Come on. Yeah, well, yeah. We're still waiting for a new Quake from them.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
Because they bought id, who I used to work for, by the way. Yeah, I was on the development team for Quake 3 Arena, if you didn't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
the second planned release is titled Wasteland Workshop. And with it comes several special add-ons for your settlements, the biggest of which happens to be the ability to build traps designed to harbor the game's biggest baddies.
Like the Deathclaw.
They can hold anything from raiders to extra lethal deathclaws, and you can either tame them or have them face off against each other on your own settlers. That's just wrong. So now you finally
It's
breed deathclaws
fun.
and set them loose on your settlement for those times you want to start fresh. And that's supposed to be out April, and that one I have no interest for. None. And the third one is called Far Harbor. It sends you on a suicide mission to the mysterious island of Far Harbor. The island is off the coast of Maine and has been subjected to even higher levels of radiation, which means the place is crawling with ghouls. There's a growing conflict between the synths, the children of the atom, and the local townspeople, and you get dropped right in the middle of it all. And Bethesda's been bragging that it is the largest landmass for an add-on they've ever made. So gamers can
Yeah.
expect a ton more missions, weapons, and enemies to encounter. And that
That
one's
one's
supposed to come
gonna be
out
cool.
in May. They're actually doing them 1 month apart.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Also, one of my favorite add-ons for any Bethesda game was actually in Oblivion. What was it called? The one where we meet Shergorath.
Mm,
I can't remember what it's called. I have it.
What are you talking about now?
My favorite Oblivion DLC.
Oh. I didn't like Oblivion,
in,
so...
in which they added a whole another landmass. Can't remember what the DLC was called right now.
I was into Skyrim. That was the
I know.
only Elder Scrolls I really, really liked.
I liked Oblivion. I got into Oblivion, then I went into Skyrim, and then I went back and did Morrowind.
Oh, by the way, they have a closed beta for the new DLC. Anyone can sign up for it. I'm going to contact my contacts and get into it anyway. Head over to Bethesda.net and sign up for the closed beta if you're interested. And you'll be able to download and play all 3 DLCs.
Yeah, I'll just wait for a release. I'll pay my $30 now and wait for a release.
All right, so the Oscars are coming up, Justin,
Yes, they are. This Sunday, actually.
this Sunday. So Justin and I are going to do our predictions and see how many we got right. But we're going to be predicting on the only categories that matter. Not all of them. That's just retarded. I don't really care about the Oscars mostly because most of their picks are just based off stupidness. Like a lot of indie films are getting it because they're artsy-fartsy and different. And it drives me up a wall. I am one of those people that likes the blockbuster. I like the over-the-top movies. They're fun. I don't like artsy crap movies that are based off of real-life situations and with very, very colorful and pretty cinematography. No, screw that. I want something that's going to be explosions and fun.
Hence is why he likes Just Cause. Which, I'm surprised you didn't mention anything about that DLC.
I don't even know about it.
Oh. They have a new DLC coming out.
I'm going to have to look that up. I've been out of the loop lately, man. Been making games. I haven't been able to have time to research them. All right, so best picture, Justin.
I'm going to go with The Martian, even though I haven't seen
Hold
any
up.
of the ones on there.
The nominations
Oh,
are The
okay.
Big Short, Bridge of Spies,
Which
Brooklyn,
also looks really good.
all 3 I've never heard of, Mad Max, Fury Road, The Martian, The Revenant, Room, never heard of, Spotlight, never heard of.
Bridge of Spies I've heard of. Big Short I heard of. I just didn't have a desire to see it.
The only 3 I know are Mad Max, The Martian, and The Revenant. I've seen Mad Max, and I've seen The Martian. And why the hell isn't Star Wars there? Why the hell isn't Star Wars there?
It came out too late.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
It came out in December.
I thought it came out in January.
I saw it New Year's Eve.
I don't know.
It came out because actually Star Wars is already was nominated for.
Oh yeah, it was
Other
nominated for
categories.
another category. Yeah.
In fact, only one category, and it's the biggest. Okay, it's time for a nerd rage. It has to happen, because this is just. It irked me when I saw all the nominations to no end. But one of the best movies of the year, by far, that most of the country can agree on, was Star Wars. It was phenomenal.
It was on 2 categories.
Brilliant.
We're just not talking about the other one.
Right. And it only made 2 minor categories. 2 minor categories. It's stupid. Very, very stupid. And the lead actress leading role, she should have been in there. I am blown away that it didn't make it, and it's all these artsy fartsy BS movies in here. Anyway, I'm done ranting and raving. Okay. I didn't like Mad Max that much.
I haven't seen Mad Max. I've never been much of a Mad Max fan, so it's wasn't on my must-see list. If I happened to see it, I saw it. If I didn't, I wasn't devastated.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't wonderful or anything like that. It was kind of boring. My pick is The Martian. I
That'd
know
be
it's
mine too.
it's not going to win, but I thought it was a very good movie.
No, I think The Martian will actually win. Yeah, I'm pretty sure The Martian will win. The only other one that might be able to outdo might be The Big Short.
It's probably going to be one of these artsy movies. I've lost faith in the Oscars. Except for when they had that one time when a Lord of the Rings movie swept the entire frickin' thing.
That would have been
Return of the
the
King.
last one, wasn't it?
Yep, it was Return of the King. Actor in a leading role. They've got Bryan Cranston from a movie I never heard of called Trumbo. Matt Damon in The Martian. Leonardo DiCaprio for The Revenant. Michael Fassbender and Steve Jobs. That's not going to win. Eddie Redmayne, The Danish Girl. Never heard of it. It might be The Revenant or The Martian.
Yeah, most likely. I'll go with The Martian with Matt Damon.
You know what? I'm going to have to go with you on that one, too. Jeez.
But it's kind of torn with DiCaprio. They both kind of deserve having one eventually.
I'm going to have to watch The Revenant today. I'm going to have to do it. Actress leading role. Kate Blanchett for Carol. Brie Larson for Room. Jennifer Lawrence, Joy. Charlotte Rampling, 45 Years. Okay, I have no idea. I've never heard of a single one of these movies.
Yeah, this one I have no opinion. I don't know really.
I'm just going to just delete that entire thing.
I don't know
Thank
that
you.
one at all.
BS. This is going to be the worst. My prediction is that the Oscars of this year are going to be the worst viewed in history. Cinematography. Go with Carol, The Hateful Eight, Mad Max Fury Road, The Revenant, and another movie I've never heard of, Cesario.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I
My-
have a feeling it'll go to Hateful Eight just because of the director. He always has interesting cinematography, and it's always interesting to look at.
I'm actually going to differ from you on this one. I think they're going to go with Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay.
Just because the cinematography was just crazy most of the time. So I think it's going to go to that. Just because of the fact that it was crazy. And the people who do the Oscars, they're the type of idiots that would pick that movie. Original score.
Your choices are Star Wars,
Star Wars, and Star Wars.
Star Wars. Oh, and there's another movie in there.
The losers
War
that they,
Stars? Or, no, Star Wars again.
the losers that they put up here, just to fill the category in for color, Cesario, The Hateful Eight, Carol, and Bridge of Spies, which is movies I never heard of, well, it's other than Hateful Eight. I watched a little bit of The Hateful Eight, didn't like it. Joe's picking Star Wars.
It's Star Wars, right?
yeah. Justin, you're picking the only one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm picking the only option I have there.
It's the only one that's even there. Visual effects. Ex Machina, Mad Max Fury Road, The Martian, The Revenant, and Star Wars The Force Awakens. Definitely not going to be The Martian. Because there wasn't really many visual effects worth mentioning in that movie. There weren't.
Yeah. I
There
haven't
was
seen it, so I don't really have.
There's
too
a
much
cool
opinion.
scene when he's trying to get back to the space station that has some cool effects to it, but that's it. Nothing. Star Wars and Mad Max are going to be the two that are going to be battling it out.
Yeah, probably.
I have to pick Star Wars.
Well,
And
yeah.
The
Star
part of my
Wars.
mind was saying to pick Mad Max Fury Road 'cause that's probably going to win, but I have to pick Star Wars. What about you, Justin?
Oh, yeah, it's Star Wars. Even though Ex Machina actually had some decent visual effects, too.
Yeah, it did. It really did. I watched it, but
I think it's too far out of people's minds anymore.
right. So the Oscars is a waste of space. Moving on. Any comments on that, Justin?
No.
All right. So what's this about Deadpool?
Oh, it was the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time on an opening weekend. It grossed $150 million, which is 3 times what it cost to make.
Yeah, that's not surprising. That movie was so hyped up.
It was good though. Go see it.
All they did something brilliant with Deadpool, is they wanted to make an edgy super movie. Just something that was edgy, that was different, and, well, pulled no punches.
It's Deadpool. They have to. If you ever read any of the comics, he's just that kind of person.
And it made me want to see it, I can't lie.
Don't take your kids to go see it. It's not the family movie. It's not the
No.
Avengers.
No, not at all.
You might be able to get away with your son seeing it because, after all, he is in high school now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a sophomore.
Yeah. You could probably get away with him seeing it. He's experiencing those jokes on
I
a daily
think
basis.
his mom took him to see it. All right, we're going to get into a couple more things really quick before we finish up the show. And first is we're going to do this. I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to do it and play it. And you guys can get excited on your own.
Planning a big budget Dungeons and Dragons movie. And now that some sweet new details on the flick are trickling in, this sounds pretty good. According to an exclusive Collider interview with producer Roy Lee, WB is aiming to make the Dungeons and Dragons movie feel like Guardians of the Galaxy in a Lord of the Rings-esque setting. I don't even know what I just said. Lee name-dropped Raiders of the Lost Ark 2, why the f*** not, as he went on to call the movie a fun romp rather than an earnest adventure, which sounds a lot more like the kind of goofy D&D sessions we've experienced. The movie already has a script by David Leslie Johnson, who wrote the super underrated Orphan, and apparently dives deep into the game's lore since Johnson has been a fan since the precursor to Dungeons & Dragons, Chainmail. The movie is confirmed to be an ensemble picture set exclusively in the realm, so no obnoxious meta-story about players getting sucked into the game Jumanji style, and Lee even gave away that there will be a major set piece at the Yawning Portal, one of D&D's most iconic locations. For those of you that don't know, the Yawning Portal is a tavern with a massive hole in the middle of it that adventurers can pay to be lowered into so they can quest the cavernous monster-filled Undermountains. So yeah, we could see that making for a pretty sweet action sequence. But best of all, Roy Lee confirmed that WB is considering a green light for the film this year with the hopes that it could become a massive cinematic universe, of course. Come to think of it, though, with properties like the Darker Forgotten Realms, the epic Dragonlance, and the weird steampunky Planescape, Dungeons & Dragons is actually more set up for a cinematic universe with varied tones, looks, and stories than almost any of the other cinematic U's developing out there. I'm looking at you, Transformers!
Right. Anyway, it's confirmed that they are making a Dungeons & Dragons movie. And I could argue that most all fantasy movies are Dungeons & Dragons movies anyway, but that's not exactly true. So,
Now it's not, because now there's a Dungeons and Dragons movie.
yeah, exactly. And it could be fun. It could be a lot of fun if they do it right.
Mm-hmm.
But any thoughts on that, Justin?
I almost wish like they would have some form of like crowd interaction at some points in the movie that will affect the later movies.
Okay.
I think that'd be interesting because that's what D&D is based off of. Like, you'll have everyone has their phone anyways. There's an app you can download that's like a random die roll at some point in a movie, and you just take all the data from the die rolls and do a average of what it is, and then whatever the cause is of that average, that's what's going to happen into the next movie.
I don't know how they're going to do that, but that'd be cool.
Hey, it's D&D.
Right.
I
Well, that's true.
think it'd be great to have some crowd interaction. Still seems like it'd be a good movie, though.
Now we're going
Or
to
sounds
touch.
like it'd be a good movie.
We're going to end the show on this: the Apple versus FBI debacle.
Yeah.
So, what do you know about it, Justin?
Well, the FBI got the Supreme Court to say, "Hey, Apple, you need to create this backdoor so we can unlock this phone from the San Bernardino shooting or whatever it was." And Apple's going, no. Apple's stomping their feet and going, no, we're too big for you to just push around. some people are cheering Apple for doing this. Some of them are yelling at Apple for doing this and cheering the government. And I'm more on the government side, not because I think it's a good idea that we should have that backdoor created, but just because I don't think the government should pay hackers to have it made for them, since I know they already have it made.
The problem with this, Justin, is civil rights.
Yes.
Also, it has to do with if Apple creates a backdoor, it opens the way for other hackers to do it, to find that backdoor.
They already have the backdoor made.
It doesn't matter. It makes it easier. So not the super hackers, but all the part-time hackers will have a chance to do it. It just opens up a lot of security issues for Apple.
In a sense, yes, but
And it goes against the constitutional rights of the company, so I don't see what the issue is here.
Apple's now asking Congress to weigh in and do their thing. I have a feeling Congress is going to go, screw you, Apple, we're going with the FBI.
You'd be surprised. Honestly, the way this country's going lately, I don't know about anything.
All I can say is I don't want to get into...
Yeah, I don't want to get into politics. I mean, just look at the fact that Donald Trump is now leading. Oh my God, what's this world coming to?
Please, everyone, go out and vote this election season so we don't...
Stop Trump.
Just don't get him in office. I'm
The
sorry
only
I'm saying this,
reason-
but just don't get him in office.
The only reason why he's leading is because he's entertaining to idiots. The presidency is not about entertainment, people. All right, I'm not going to go any further than that. Oh, I gotta say one thing, one last thing about it. There was NPR did I forgot what show of NPR. They did a lot of interviews with people who are supporting Trump, asking them, why do you like Trump? 99% of the time, the supporters said because he speaks his mind. All right, and they asked, what do you think about his policies? 2% knew what his policies were. No one else knew.
I've also heard another radio show in my area that said that a lot of people they surveyed said they like Trump because he's a different kind of politician.
He's
your
not a
typical
politician. He's a businessman who's an idiot.
Yep.
Oh my God, people! I'm losing faith in American people.
I think this is probably sad but true. I think if he becomes president, Canada's population will escalate.
Yeah, right. I'm already applying for Canadian citizenship. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna end the show on that note. It was fun coming back to the show. I miss doing it. We are gonna say good night or good day right here. This show will hopefully get iTunes by the end of the day. If you want to get a hold of the show, you can contact us on Twitter. The show is at Nerding Out. You can contact me or find me, follow me on Twitter at The Widget. That's WIGIT, THEWIGIT. Justin is at Nevosi, NEVOSI. And you can email the show about anything you want if you want to guest on the show. If you want to guest on the show, just send us an audio email. Record yourself talking about whatever. Send it to us via email at nerdingoutcast@gmail.com. That's nerdingoutcast, all one word, @gmail.com.
Just please no audio on politics.
Yeah.
We really try not to get into that, but Trump's just so bad. It just
If you have
happens
something
sometimes.
funny or interesting to say in a nerdy way, go for it. Other than that, no. Avoid politics, religion. Yeah. Anything else, Justin?
No. I got nothing.
All right, everybody. Have a wonderful week and keep nerding out. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.